Yep, Gray is pretty pissed off at this moment. Fairy Tale 463, and this was a build up to the matchup that we want to see, because not only physically but just history and relationship wise, and that's Natsu and Zeref. Natsu goes off and finds Zeref, and the battle will commence shortly. Or will it? Maybe they'll have a little conversation before that. Of course they can have a conversation. But before that, we see Erisa and everybody. We see Grey getting like, oh, what the fuck? Natsu's there alone. Why? You know. And Erisa says, everybody's asking, should they let Natsu go, or should we stick to the plan and do something else? And Erisa says, you know what? Let Natsu go. She has complete faith in him. And that's why I love Erisa. Erisa's not only a badass, she has faith in other people. So Erisa says, you know what, let him go. Gray's pissed off. She's like, you know what, you have so much confidence in Natsu. And they're having a little heated, I guess it's heated, sort of. But Mavis agrees with Erisa's plan, because Erisa did state that Natsu has a secret technique to defeat Zeref. What is that secret technique? And does Natsu know the relationship between him and Zeref in the past? But Gray says, okay, fine. After Lucy kind of puts them apart, and then we see Juvia's like, you're just worried for him, aren't you? That was a funny little scene. So I mean, that was pretty much the chapter, the gist of it. We see Natsu go in, to get Zeref out. He defeats like the whole freaking army pretty much. He's with Happy, like Carla stated. He's with Happy. Natsu's just taking out everybody left or right. I loved his techniques that he had. I loved when he was with when Happy had him, and he was flying with him, and then Natsu had these kind of like fire wings and just ripping people apart. So Natsu is straight out a badass, and he has trained for this moment. And then we see Zeref come out, and even I was like, wow, Zeref came out pretty damn fast. But of course he wants to come out fast. He wants to see Natsu. So interesting chapter. Very it was a more entertaining chapter, I believe, and definitely showcases that Natsu is definitely going to be taking out Zeref, while everybody else takes out everything else. But pretty good chapter. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the read. Natsu and Zeref, what are they going to discuss? Of course, Zeref's going to reveal the truth about him and Natsu and their past, but hopefully Natsu gets some shots in. Let's see what Natsu's secret technique is. I am very interested in that, and hopefully it doesn't get boggled down with just ridiculous kind of cliches or anything like that. Hopefully this is a really memorable fight if they do fight. So it's great to see Fairy Tail really trusted Natsu, and I guess this is definitely the matchup we've all been wanting to see. We wanted to see Natsu and Zeref, so it is kind of like poor Gray, but it is what it is. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. Like the video if you like it, because if you like me, then like me. So like it. Comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on the Fairy Tail chapter. People have way more knowledge than me in Fairy Tail, but I like to put my opinion out there, and I want to hear yours as well. And don't forget to check out my podcast. I just did a Dragon Ball Everything podcast with my buddy Colt McCoy, not the quarterback, Colt McCoy at Hero Stone Media, and boy, did we have a lot to talk about Dragon Ball Super and whether it's good or not. So I'll provide the link in my description box so you can check that out. So thank you guys for listening. I am Dan Manhattan Son. You guys have a great morning. Well, it is the afternoon, so I had to get some sleep, but you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.